If you keep getting rejected for positions you're qualified for without even an interview, it means there's probably something wrong with your CV. Many qualified candidates get rejected because their qualifications aren't immediately clear. Their CV either lacks the information necessary to make a decision, or it's simply too hard to figure out. You want the recruiter to be able to tell at a glance that you're the right fit for the job, or they'll move on to the next CV. In this video, I'm going to show you what a good CV looks like, how to structure it well, and what to avoid at all costs. And afterwards, you will know exactly how to create a great CV that makes it crystal clear that you're the right candidate for the job and well worth inviting for an interview. So let's get started by looking at some bad CVs, so you know what to avoid. Here we have a project manager CV. I redacted every personal detail, but you can see here we have the personal information up top, and then immediately I'm a bit lost. Because this seems to be an amateur design exercise designed to catch my eye, and it caught my eye like a low-hanging branch. I had no idea what to make of this. We have to figure it out. You have to jump back and forth, the dates don't line up. It's a mess, but it's only one page. So in exchange for this generous spacing down here, you have absolutely no information about what this person actually did at the last job. For over 2 years, we've got no information what they did, except for a title, which tells us nothing because there's a million different kinds of project manager. If I wanted to figure out whether this person was actually qualified for the position I'm recruiting, I'd have to schedule a call with them and then interview them and ask them detailed questions about their work experience, which I'm not going to do because it might be a huge waste of time. It's not great for this person, and the only way I'm going back to this CV is when I've got no other choice. But if I'm working through a stack of CVs, I'm just going to skip this one because it's like I can't make a judgment, just no information there. So I'll just move on. And here is another CV. If you've been using ChatGPT and have gotten familiar with how the output looks, you'll probably recognize what my problem with this CV is, and that it's 100% copy and pasted from ChatGPT. It's the opposite of the person we were looking at before. The last guy was not worried about having too little experience. He didn't put any effort into showing what he had been doing. This guy is the opposite. Lots of relevant technologies in the CV here. You can see the formatting is very good. Like ChatGPT is great at that. Very readable, very good spacing, and exactly the kind of bolding that ChatGPT does. There's a lot of YouTube videos going around that advise you to put the job ad in ChatGPT and have it create a CV that fits. Just don't. I don't trust a word that's written in this CV. I can tell he didn't write this. If I was considering forwarding this person for the role, I'd have to have a call with him and challenge him on every single thing written in here. And that's just a very unpleasant thing to have to do. So I'm just gonna skip over this and look at the next CV and only return to it if I have absolutely no other choice. Here's another CV. This one I would call nearly perfect because it has everything I would like to see. All the personal information is up top, followed by work experience in the right order, chronologically backwards with the most recent thing up top, going backwards towards education. There's a lot of information at every station, so I can tell exactly what he has done over the last years. I know exactly what project he's worked on, what technologies he used, for how long he's used them, and exactly how much experience he's gained with each piece, each method. It's great. Get a real picture of the work experience this person has from this CV. Only problem I have with it, to make it fit on one page, margins are very small. It's a bit crowded, so we're just taking a second page, put some more space there. You can see it's all very tight, small space between the sections. I'm sure there's a perfectly logical American reason why the one-page CV has become such a trend, but I don't personally understand it. We're not saving paper. And I'd focus on giving all the needed information in the most readable way instead of trying to keep it to one page. But this CV is great. Really, there's all the information I want, and I would have no problem arranging interviews with this person for myself, because I know it's not going to waste my time, or forwarding the CV to a manager, because I know I'm not going to have to justify why I think this person is qualified, because the CV explains it all. Now let's finally look at some good CVs. I know these are good CVs because these are CVs I've sent out to my clients and have gotten positive feedback on. So it's not just me, other people are also agreeing. I recognize my preferences at this point. Lots of information at every job. Very Very, very boring design. At the work experience, again, he's got the structure right. He's got lots of points here. It's just stacked with technologies. He's explaining a bit about what he's done there and then just goes right into the technologies. So if I have a job ad lying next to me with the requirements for this position, I can just look back and forth and know he's got this, he's got that, he's got that. It's great. I'm very, very happy with this. And again, every station has lots of information I can use. At the top, one thing you see here is a link to his LinkedIn page. So let's talk about LinkedIn. If you're not already using it, start using it. Your profile on LinkedIn is basically a public CV. You should treat it that way as long as you're working and you're expecting that at some point in the future, you might need another job. There's going to be the occasional offer and opportunity coming your way that you wouldn't have otherwise gotten. It also gives you access to one-click applications, which is very convenient. And LinkedIn also sends you personalized job recommendations. So just sign up and ignore the feed because it's a waste of time. Here's another good CV. This is another one of the very, very common forms. We're here with the sidebar and then this 1/3, 2/3 split, doing everything right. Here, all the information necessary to contact him, his most commonly used technologies, languages, and then at every station, he's got all the information I need. All the technologies, key achievements, key responsibilities, just making my job very easy. There's not a lot of skill you need to be able to tell whether this person is qualified for the job if you have a CV like this, because he's giving you all the information necessary. Makes your decision easy, and that's what we want. Here up top, you can see that I've blacked out his picture, and so let's take this opportunity to talk about pictures. There's a lot of people who don't want to use a picture in their CV. You don't need to use a picture in your CV if you don't want to. But here's a couple of things to keep in mind. First of all, you're not going to be hired without showing your face. They are going to see your face eventually. If you think they're going to be the kind of people that aren't going to hire you because of the way you look, you're not going to be able to avoid that. But personally, I would never send an application without a picture because my profession is customer facing. My ability to present myself in a professional way is a very relevant part of my skill set, and I want to show that off in my CV as well. Whatever you're doing, you're not going to get a job without showing your face eventually, whether it's on Zoom or in person. But if you are going to use a picture, make sure it's a professional one. No party hats. Now we get to talk about my favorite part. My favorite CV template. Resume Chronological from Microsoft. It's a free Word template you can download directly from Microsoft. It's very basic, but it has all the things that I would want. Very good readability, the sections are clearly demarked, the spacing is good, bold headlines, subheaders. You can use this. I will put the link in the description to download it for free from Microsoft, but I've made my own version of it. There's a section for a picture because where I am working, this is very common for people to have a picture in their CV. I've condensed the top section. All the focus is on the work experience. This is where you highlight all the experience you have, all the technologies you work with, all the methods you've learned, all the projects you've done to really showcase you and your experience and make the decision for the person hiring very, very easy. And so this is where all the meat is at. Second page, skills and abilities. This is just a section where you can just dump keywords in, everything relevant. Lots of space to put the things that someone might be looking for when they're hiring. I've put a link where you can download it for free in the description as well. Before we wrap things up, let's summarize. Someone who only has your CV should be able to tell at a glance whether you're qualified for a job or not. So make sure the information is there and it's easy to find. Use bold headlines, subheaders, bullet points and spacing to make it very easy to scan and read quickly. And once you're done, save it as a text-based PDF so that candidate management software can parse it. ChatGPT is great at formatting, but if you overuse it and your CV starts to resemble it too much, people are going to stop trusting the information in your CV. There's plenty of room for you to phrase your experience in a way that is most favorable to you, but don't just make things up. It gets found out and it doesn't end well. If you have other questions or feedback, please let me know in the comments and leave a like if this video was helpful. If you want some one-on-one help with your application or interview preparation, you can book a session with me at the link in the description. You also find some free CV templates and other resources there. Thanks. Thanks for watching, and good luck with your job search.